Hello everyone, you're watching another episode of In Person with me, Lakshmi Baker, and today I have a really sensational person for all of you to meet because out of the 12 TEDx speakers that actually presented themselves in the recent event, it was very recent, I picked one guy. He's got a very short and sweet name. His name is Zung, and he is a photographer. And now you might be wondering, why did I pick a photographer out of the list of all sorts of neuroscientists, you name it. We had such an advanced list, but I picked Zung because his story starts from such a nice, humble beginning. And you come from a fisherman's village.
Yeah.
Which fisherman's village? Which part of Malaysia?
Yeah, it's in Selangor called, this fishing village called Sekinchan.
Okay.
It's a very tiny little fishing village, about 90 minutes away from KL.
I've heard about this place, but I'm not very sure what it is. 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and you schooled where? Where did you go to school?
Okay, I drove out from uni.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before that, primary school, secondary school?
I started my primary school and secondary school in Sekinchan.
Sekinchan.
The small town.
Such a small town. It's just so hard to believe that.
Yeah.
You'll know why. Soon enough, you'll know why. He actually has reached such high heights in international standards in his chosen area. So school in Sekinchan, grew up in Sekinchan, dad was a fisherman.
Yeah.
And what was your ambition at that time? Did you have like a dream or an occupation in mind when you were younger as to what you wanted to become?
Yeah, I wanted to be an engineer, a civil engineer, because I love building.
Okay.
And that was my second passion.
Okay.
My first passion was photography.
It was photography from
and
a very...
it is still photography.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but being a Chinese, being an Asian, we are a little bit chicken that we dare not to go for our dream.
Yeah, yeah.
We dare not to go for art or creative because this is very difficult.
Exactly.
Career.
Yeah, it's an Asian mentality, and of course
Yeah.
our parents have it more strongly than us, and we have to break that stereotype and that barrier, so to speak. So then you actually managed to get into university. This Sekinchan boy from the fisherman's village managed to get into university, but you?
No.
You dropped out.
No, I dropped out. I never even went to the university. I did a kind of training program, 2 years in Malaysia and 2 years in America.
Okay.
It was 1998.
Right.
1999.
Okay.
You remember what time is that?
It was the Asian
economic crisis.
Economic crisis.
Yeah.
What college was it?
It's an NT college.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And you didn't finish?
I didn't finish.
What happened?
Okay, I struggled a lot financially. I was a bit lucky that I was the youngest and my father had a little bit of saving. It's just enough to send me to the state for the first year. But economic crisis happened.
And he couldn't pay the fees?
Yeah, he couldn't pay the fees. My plan was study another last 2 years in the States, make my own money, study master or
but that
hopefully
didn't
PhD.
happen because something else happened. Your sister. Tell us a little bit more about what happened. You really sent you into a downfall.
Oh, my sister was 18 years old when I was doing my SPM.
Okay.
Yeah, she passed away breast cancer. Yeah, when I was 17 years old.
How old was she?
Very young, 25 years old.
Okay, and did that have some kind of impact in you that actually...
Oh, it was a very big impact that I kind of depressed, like when I was studying, prepare for my SPM, I heard her shouting because of the pain.
Wow.
Yeah, so it made me think so much about life, like why are we here in this world? What should we do in this world? After we die, where will we be? A lot of questions about life, and she didn't make it. She passed away when I was doing my SPM result. I basically walked into exam hall with blank, totally blank.
Right.
But it's really, really inspired me about life. That it made me think that every moment in life is very important. It can be very meaningful, sad moment, happy moment.
Of course.
And that's how it shaped my idea, my thinking, and my positive view about life. And it really impacted on my photography style.
How did it even begin, Zung? I mean, this happened to you. It's not. I can't even begin to imagine what it's like losing a sibling at the age of 18 to breast cancer, and she was so young. And then you enrolled in NT college.
Yeah.
You didn't finish your course, and then at 24 you.
At the time, I was only 20.
And then you decided to pursue a dream at the age of 24. When did that point in your life come where you decided, I'm going to do this? I love photography.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to put everything else aside. I'm going to do this. Tell me about that moment.
Actually, I never wanted to be a photographer.
But you just said you did. It was your first passion.
I did. Yeah, but I was chicken. I didn't want to have it as my first passion.
You didn't have the confidence to go through with it.
Yeah. My dream is being a world citizen, expat in many countries, and do photography as my hobby.
Okay.
But, I suffer financially a lot in the school, so I don't even want to get money from my parents, for my pocket money. So I spend a lot of time taking pictures in a nightclub, finish at 3 o'clock midnight, making 50 ringgit, travel a motorbike under the rain for 100 kilometers all the time. I did it all the time, every weekend. That's to support my living expenses.
Okay.
And in December 1999, I really can't take it. I have to make a decisions that I knew that I can't make it to America to complete my study.
Okay.
So I drop out.
I'm going to stop you there.
Yeah.
And right after this break, we're going to find out how did he actually manage to, from that moment, without any formal training in photography, go on to take photographs for high-profile people, royalties, prime minister, and all that right after this break. Hi, you're still watching In Person with me, Lakshmi Baker, and we are interviewing Zung, who is a Malaysian, but today he's an international photographer of very high acclaim. I feel so proud, Zung, to be able to talk to you today. You're so inspiring. You know, you teach people that you should dream big because it's possible. Now, when we left off just now, you were talking about the fact that you even struggled to put yourself through college. Inti College you were studying in, and you took photographs to actually put yourself through school. But at some point you dropped out. What happened?
No, one day I decided that I got to stop because there is no way that I can get enough money to study, to finish my study in the States. Yeah, so I fill in the form, drop out.
But you had no formal training in photography.
Yeah.
So with what confidence did you give up completely? I mean, you didn't have the money, so you couldn't do it. You had no choice. So is it correct for me to say that you plunged into this first passion of yours, photography, because you had no choice? You had to sink or swim. I can't put myself through college anymore, so this is the only option I have.
Actually, my plan was I'm going to work as a photographer for 2 years, make some money, and I'm going to support myself, study in the States.
Okay.
That was my plan.
Right.
Yeah, because I got some award when I was as a student in open category.
Okay.
I got some award. I went to attend a lot of top photographer talk.
Okay.
I work part-time to make some money for my pocket money. So I'm actually quite confident that I can make some money in 2 years' time and further my study. But 8 months later, I feel that, I think I can do something good in photography. So I never want to go to the States anymore.
Right.
Yeah. So my father knew that I dropped out. He came to see me. And
you didn't tell him?
No, I didn't tell him.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't tell him. So he asked me, so you're not studying now. What you want to do? He gave me a question is really sarcastic, and it hurt me a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, because I first,
easy.
I think at that time my thing is, hey, why my parents can't support my study? Why my friend's parents can send him to the States?
A lot of us go through that.
Yeah, and we go through that, and yet he still give me a very sarcastic questions. He asked me, you want to be a photographer? I didn't tell him about my plan. I just told him I want to be a photographer.
Right.
He asked me, how much you can make a month?
Wow, honestly, I've got goosebumps right now because look where you are, with what you've chosen to do with your life. How does one, without any formal training in photography, get to your level? We're going to show some clips of his work as this interview takes place, and that kind of level of skill it's something else. How does someone, what advice would you give to people who, with no formal training at all, and now you're like taking pictures for Anthony Robbins and the Dalai Lama? How did you learn it?
Okay, it's actually a lot of steps. It's like what the youngsters do now. They play games, computer games. You got to go through step 1, step 2, step 3. You know.
Did you enroll in classes?
No.
No.
No, never.
You've never enrolled in a single photography class?
No. Photography is a much expensive class where I got the money.
Wow,
Right?
Zung, that's
so,
amazing.
Yeah, I knew that it's very difficult. I knew that I have no certificate, no experience. I have no confidence. Being a school uni dropout is really painful. No background. I don't have a connections. None of my friends and family is in art. But I knew that. I keep telling myself. I look at my hand. And say, I have my hand. I can work hard. Work hard is the only solution. So when most of the people work 8 hours, I work 16 hours.
Wow.
I've been working long hour like for past 10 years. I remember some years I have only 6 days off in a year. So I always the last one to leave the venue. When I'm shooting, let it be wedding, let it be birthday party.
And it's easy to do that when you love your job, right?
Yeah.
You
it's
lose yourself
easier.
in it, you forget to eat. These
Yeah.
kind of things happen. Tell us a little bit about the high society of the famous people that you've actually shot, taken pictures of.
Okay, say in Malaysia, actually there's a lot. And a lot of that I shot them, I don't even know who they are. Some big shot. I shot some job like the 50th wedding anniversary of Tun Mahathir.
Okay.
And I do some personal job for all the prime minister before. Say in Malaysia, I shot a wedding of Daniel Graham,
Okay.
top model. I shot, who else?
Raja Nasrin.
Yeah, I shot a wedding of
Raja
Nasrin.
I have it here, yeah.
Yeah, Raja Nasrin and Tunku Zara. And
Okay. Now let's go to the international platform. I hear some big names. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience of how did you become the personal photographer for Anthony Robbins? Tell us.
Yeah, among all the job like Donald Trump, Dalai Lama, the Swedish explorer Anthony Robbins, I think Anthony Robbins is a quite interesting one that it was in year 2009, which was my 10 years in
Being a photographer.
in photography. And I was doing quite well at the time that, you know, I get all the good job, I will get all the good job in Malaysia.
Okay.
And I kind of in a comfort zone. And I told myself, no, this is not the way. I'm in comfort zone for quite a while.
Right.
It's not good to be a juara kampung. Even though I can do a lot of job without advertisement, and there are a lot of people say, oh, you're the best in
word of
Malaysia.
mouth, yeah.
But I think it's not good in the comfort zone. So I decided to pay and go to his seminar.
Now you have the money. I wonder what your dad thought about that. 10 years into photography and you're doing so well that you can pay to go watch Anthony Robbins' motivational talk. So you
Actually,
were at that talk.
until now, I never told him how much I made in a month.
But I'm sure he knows you do really well, right? Because you're like
Yeah.
traveling.
Yeah.
Gosh, you guys do talk, right?
Yeah, not much, you know, Asian family.
Okay, did he ever come up to you and give you a pat on the back and say, son, I was wrong?
No.
No. There's that ego lah.
I knew that. I knew that he knew he was wrong.
Okay. But he never acknowledged it till now?
Yeah, it's okay.
He hasn't.
Okay. That's not important anymore.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. Very good spirit you have.
Yeah.
So tell us about how did the Anthony Robbins job, how did you get that job?
Okay, it's kind of funny. It was a 3 days course. I was offered a good promotion to go to a bridal fair exhibition, then get more job, get money. And I decided, no, I'm going to pay to learn. I knew that I got to learn a lot. There's so many things that I don't know. I'm a slow learner, so I got to learn I got to find my own teacher. So I went to his course. First day, I was like, oh, so tired, but I was quite happy that something that he teach is actually what I've been practicing for past 10 years, especially in the most my downtime, right? So
Actually, I'm going to stop you there.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to find out more about how did Zung become Anthony Robbins' personal photographer. The guy flies all over the world to take pictures for Anthony Robbins today. And after that, about his most painful job ever, right after this break. Hi, you're still watching In Person with me, Lakshmi Baker, and when I left you off just now, we were talking about how did Zung actually end up becoming the personal photographer for Anthony Robbins, and we're going to show you a short testimonial of how happy a customer Anthony Robbins is.
Hi, I'm Tony Robbins, Wula from Fiji. It's my wife, Sage.
Hi there, everybody.
So we just wanted to send a word out about our dear friend Zung. His pictures capture people's souls. I'm sure if you take a look, he captures the soul of the moment, the soul of the person. And you know, you can have a picture or you can tell a story, and as you well know, great photographs do that. And he has this great gift. We can't acknowledge him enough. He's really helped us to capture a part of our legacy and really share the breakthroughs that people have and the experiences we share around the world.
He captures the absolute essence of a human being's soul, of the moment, of the experience. So it's been such a beautiful gift to experience his work. So we nominate you, Zung.
What are you doing?
No, wait. That's a very nice angle of you. Yeah. Good,
Is this what you normally do?
yeah.
Okay, I want those pictures, by the way. Okay, put the camera aside. Back to the interview.
Yeah, that's a great moment. That
Thank
is
you.
a great moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
You see, that's why he's good. He captures moments. He knows exactly when to do what. You know, actually, it's true. I got married last year,
Yeah.
and that's the only instruction I gave the wedding photographer. I want moments to be captured so that when 5 years from now, when I look at the album, it
Yeah.
sends goosebumps up my body and it brings
Yeah.
back those memories. So, back to Anthony Robbins. Zung.
Yeah.
How did he hire you to be his personal photographer?
I think it's about moments.
Okay.
I think it's about moments.
True enough.
Yeah, I went to his seminar and this guy is so great. And
Okay.
photography is still my passion now. So I took some camera, get some very good picture of him.
Okay.
And I don't know how the pictures has passed, blah, 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 blah. And then he received the pictures.
Okay.
And he was very impressed.
Okay.
I was called to meet him personally for a few minutes. 3 days later, I received a call from his side. He said, would you like to come here to have an interview? I said, what interview? Interview as his Anthony Robbins personal photographer.
Right.
And my answer is, sure.
Like, duh, yes.
Whoa. I didn't expect anything when I
Okay.
give away the pictures. I didn't expect anything. I just want to give it as an
fantastic.
appreciation because he's such an amazing guy. I think I learned a lot from him. It's just an appreciation without anything. And you know what he impressed about the pictures? It's about the moments because the picture captured the moments and captured the soul.
Just as the testimonial
Yeah.
said just now. Now, you have had this project called Around the World. It's all in 6 weeks, 6 assignments, 6 cities. Tell us a little bit more about this project that you did.
Oh yeah, I have 4 different assignments in the same month, and it's in the different continents.
Wow.
So I decided to connect all these assignments in same trip. So the
Okay,
first one
right.
was in Singapore.
Okay.
I shot the wedding of Miss Singapore.
Okay.
Then fly to London, sleep in the flight, landed, and started shooting London Fashion Week. Then I went to Africa, shoot some art pictures about the Masai Mara.
Okay.
After Africa, I went to North America, Las Vegas,
Right.
for WPPI, which is World Photographer Congress, and I shot some personal shot for some dancer as well.
Nice.
Then I flew to South America, Chile, to shoot a wedding, to complete the last continents that I
Amazing.
covered. After that, I flew across the South Pacific to New Zealand, the shoot for the Anthony Robbins Platinum Partner. So that's from 6 different jobs in 6 different continents.
That is truly impressive.
Yeah.
Was it during this period as well when you shot Andrea Bocelli?
No, it's a different.
a
There's
different
2
time.
months before Andrea Bocelli.
Gosh, all these big names. You're just amazing. I'm so proud to call you a Malaysian, honestly. Okay, I want to ask you about
Yeah.
the weddings that you do. You say
Yeah.
that weddings are the main kind of photography that you do, and you
Yeah.
travel the world
Yeah.
to do weddings. How many countries have you covered? And if I'm not mistaken, you're probably the only Malaysian or the only person around the world who has shot that many weddings around the world?
I think, yeah, probably. I have not seen any photographer in the world have covered wedding in 6 continents in the world.
That is truly impressive.
Yeah, I covered more than 30 countries, and the last one was in Kazakhstan.
Right.
And I think wedding photography means a lot to me. And people always laugh at me. Oh, you shoot wedding, because for most of photography, I think wedding photographer is quite a low class or cheap job or not so
Really?
skillful job. So I don't believe that. The reason, one of the reason why I quit one of a very good job and came back to Malaysia about 8 years ago is because I want to focus in wedding photography, because I believe that is the way to shoot wedding. I don't just ask people to pose, do the fancy gown. But I think it's about capturing the moment. I don't see myself as a cameraman or just a photographer. I think I'm the photographer. I'm an artist. I'm a storyteller. I'm a one who record out all these history moments of people's life. That's how I look at my job and myself. That's why I do wedding photography my own way. And I didn't expect that because of this, I get the good job shooting for all the VIP internationally.
Of course. So do you choose wedding photography because it's lucrative, or is it something that you're most passionate about? Is that why you choose weddings?
It was the most lucrative before, but not anymore now.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
I have some more interesting job, but
Right.
I think I still want to do wedding photography because it's not just a job. First, it's happy moments. I think it's very, very meaningful job now.
It's so nice to hear that there are photographers out there who take responsibility in that moment, because for most people we hope we get married only once, and we want all those emotions to come back
Yeah.
when we open that album and view the pictures.
Yeah.
If only I could afford you last year and I knew you last year. Okay, I want to ask you about the most painful job that you've done. I managed to see some flashes of your presentation. You look like, how do you work when you look like that? Tell us a little bit more about that experience. Where was it?
I got a job shooting for Swedish Explorer
Okay.
in South Pole.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
Goodness
At first, I planned
gracious
to.
me.
I complete my around the world trip, and I think
That's
I want
it.
to go South Pole for holiday. I plan to have 3 years
Okay.
to prepare. But when I get a job, I don't have 3 years to prepare.
Okay.
I don't have 3 months. I don't have 3 weeks. I only have 3 days to prepare for my trip to South Pole.
Insane. And you probably hadn't even recovered from the jet lag and tiredness from that six-continent trip.
So
Gosh.
I flew there. I flew to KL, Dubai, Rio, Buenos Aires,
Okay.
and Buenos Aires to Ushuaia in
Okay.
southern Argentina, which is the southernmost town in the whole world. It took me
okay.
3 days. And
I feel tired already, just you talking about it.
yeah, and then the
Gosh.
boat trip was 11 days.
Okay.
And I went there, I like, holy.
Dude.
We didn't travel in the icebreaker because the Explorer is supposed to travel green. We traveled by a 60-foot yacht.
Right.
Yeah,
Is it
sailing
even
boat,
possible to
sailing boat.
think and be creative when you're freezing, like every body part is just like ice? Can you still be creative? Could you still do your job?
Okay, my job is actually mainly 3 days in South Pole. I complete the job well, and the picture came out in the cover of Time magazine for kids. I was
That's
quite
amazing.
surprised. We have an 11 days boat trip. We
Okay.
didn't travel the icebreaker. It's a travel supposed to travel green, so we can only travel on the 70-foot sailing boat. So my job is in Antarctica 3 days. So we get to travel 4 days, 4 nights,
Okay.
which I see all the way for 4 days, 4 nights. It's crazy. I did a good
Gosh.
job. Yeah, when I arrived, I
Great.
get better. And then 4 days back, again, seasick like crazy.
And after that, you went to the North Pole. after
100
that.
days later,
Right,
I
of
went
course.
to North Pole. I
That's-
shot a wedding in Oslo, in Norway.
I don't know how I honestly, I can't
Yeah.
even begin to fathom. Zung, we're running out of time. So
Yeah.
before we go, I want you to share with me and with our viewers as to, you're really inspirational. What is the one quote that you live by? Inspire me. More.
More. Okay. Well, for me, no dream is too big. So don't afraid to chase for your dream and working really, really hard on that.
There's no shortcut, is there?
There's no shortcut. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's one advice that you want to part with our viewers who want to be photographers, do you think the market is too big, too small? Is it something that people can still try doing? Or would you advise people don't get into this field?
No, I think it depends. If you are just thinking that a professional photographer job is just taking picture of beautiful girl, very enjoy, then you better don't come in. If you're thinking about shooting beautiful girl,
Good
don't
advice.
be a photographer.
Yeah.
But for you, if you are thinking that you are so passionate about capture that, and you want to put a lot of responsibility on your work, on your clients, then please come in, because I can foresee that you can do it well.
There's still
Only
room.
if you think about that.
There's still room for good photographers. There's still
Of
a lot
course.
of room. All right, great. On that note, Zung, it's been a pleasure,
Yeah.
truly inspirational talking
Yeah.
to you. Thank you for
Good.
giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
All right, that's all from me for this episode of In Person. I'm Lakshmi Baker. Stay tuned next week as we interview another inspiring, sensational personality right here on In Person. See you then. Bye.